Hello, Dale McDermott here with the CGLCC, and welcome to the 2020 Digital LGBT Plus Global Business Summit. Before we get started on the session, CGLCC would like to recognise our presenting sponsor, TD Bank Group, along with all of our gold and silver sponsors and all of our sponsors for helping us to make this event happen. We would also like to recognise our translation partner, AI Media, for enabling us to deliver live caption translation in 3 languages, English, French and Spanish, and you can access those using the links below in the description box. I'd also like to draw your attention to the left-hand side of your screen to the networking and exhibit hall tabs, where over the course of the next 5 days you can connect with LGBT plus businesses, corporations and each other to help drive that power of connection. And finally, if you do like the content we are producing, please feel free to make a financial contribution using the donate link in the description box below. Thank you, and enjoy your session.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us at CGLCC's 2020 Digital LGBT Global Business Summit. My name is Laurie Benson from EY's Inclusive and Sustainable Procurement Team. EY is a proud sponsor of the summit and this pitch competition for LGBT entrepreneurs. Our team drives our supplier diversity program globally for EY, and our purpose is to foster an inclusive and sustainable mindset. It yields innovative solutions and economic impact for EY and the communities we serve. We applaud all of those who chose to participate in this year's EY CGLCC pitch competition. It has been an absolute pleasure to meet so many passionate entrepreneurs, and we have 4 finalists today who are in the final pitch, and they are super excited to pitch for you, and you are in for a real treat. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for at 10 minutes to 1 to hear the results and also to celebrate the leadership awards. So without further delay, I would like to welcome NONA Vegan, Kailey Gilchrist, Boutique 3, Christiane Laurin, Zubas and Associates, Ted Flett, and Quasar with Sylvain Brisson. So thank you very much and enjoy the session.
Okay, hello everybody. I am so excited to be here for the online EY CGLCC pitch. Woo woo. If you haven't already, you can go ahead and make this full screen, drag my little talking head to where it says, put my face here, and then you can see the whole delicious presentation. My name is Kailey Gilchrist. I am the sauce boss of NONA Vegan Foods, and my pronouns are she, her. Okay, today, there we go. Today we are going to talk a bit about who is NONA, what do we do, what do we stand for, how the CGLCC has helped us already so much thus far in our journey, and what is coming up next. So, my story. I grew up cooking in the kitchen with my kooky Italian wonderful vegan mama. She was vegan before being vegan was a thing. So I grew up on her cashew cream sauce as a little kid. And she and I were really, really close. We really bonded in the kitchen, and cooking was a way that we shared our love and showed our love. Unfortunately, she passed away when I was 22, and I really turned to cooking at that point as a way to feel connected with her. So this line is a dedication to her memory. She always wanted to be a vegan nonna, which if you know any Italian nonnas, they're not vegan. So that's why I called it NONA Vegan. I was also working in the industry at the time, and I noticed a gap with vegan cream sauces. There just didn't seem to be any, and I had the perfect recipe to fill that gap. So these are our 3 flavors. My mama's Alfredo, our Cheesy-Style, which the kids love and parents love too because we color it with carrot juice, and our smoky, bacony Carbonara. So these next few slides are just to, make you hungry. This is some of the stuff you can do with our Alfredo. They're all super versatile. Pizza, pasta, veggies, salads, nachos. Look at those nachos. Caesar salad, portobello mushroom caps. Yes. All right. we've got three main customer segments. We've got our busy working professionals, probably like a lot of you. And these are folks who want a home-cooked, delicious meal with clean, simple ingredients that is healthy, but maybe you just don't have that much time to make it on your own. We've got our vegans and vegetarians. These are folks who make their food choices based on ethics, and they're always looking for the latest, greatest veganized grocery thing. And then we've got folks with dietary restrictions. So these may be people who themselves or maybe a loved one has some kind of dietary restriction like gluten intolerance, lactose intolerance, paleo, keto, soy-free, cholesterol-free, no sugar. Don't worry, we serve all of those people as well. One of our biggest competitive advantages is our winning flavor. I'm super proud to say that we've won some favorite product awards from the Toronto Vegetarian Association, as well as been named top 5 vegan mac and cheese in Toronto by Blog.to. Woohoo! And we won Best of Fest at the Toronto Mac and Cheese Festival, which is actually not even a vegan festival. So that one was pretty cool. I've also been super privileged to have had some incredible PR support throughout the years. It was so fun to be in Canadian Business Magazine and on CP24 and speaking at a Chatelaine event. I've just been so fortunate. I love doing this stuff. The little theater kid in me loves doing this stuff. It's been a blast. Okay, our main channels to market. So I incorporated in 2013, and thus far I've really focused on our CPG line. So that's these friends right here, my little babies. So this is what is sold in grocery stores across Canada now. We're actually in over 200 stores now in the fridge section, in stores like Whole Foods, Goodness Me, Big Carrot, lots of different places. We also partner with 3 online retailers who sell our sauces direct to consumer, which has really been amazing during this COVID-19 crisis. We also have our food service or bulk sauce. So that's on the menu at 1 Toronto restaurant so far and in 1 meal delivery box. So that's kind of us to date. And then in 2019, along came the CGLCC and uplifted my business and my life. So last year I was selected for the Out for Business Youth Program that was headed up by Jose Bancel and the late Bill Pallett. I was really touched to see that you're collecting donations for the Bill Pallett Foundation at the summit because Bill and Jose and this program really, really had a huge impact on my life. So when I came to the CGLCC, it was the first time when I really realized that my queerness could be an asset in business rather than this thing that I had to awkwardly dodge in conversations when people were like, how much money does your husband make? Ooh. So it's just been really nice to reframe that as an actual asset. In August, I traveled with the CGLCC to Tampa, Florida on the trade mission, which was amazing, laid down some good export routes there, and I became a certified diverse supplier. All right, so I'm going to do a little poll with you, friends. So I'm wondering, yes or no, do you or does anyone who might come to your dinner table have any dietary restrictions? So that could be a relative, a friend, a niece, a nephew, a neighbor, anyone that you might be cooking for. Are they gluten intolerant, lactose intolerant, vegetarian, anything like that? All right. Now let's see. How do I get these results? Very exciting. I think CGLCC might have to share the results here. Consuelo, can you share the results? Hey, there we go. Perfect. Oh, maybe not. Text. Well, let's see. You know, it's a digital summit. There's bound to be some technical difficulties. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my presentation. I don't wanna lose any time, but anytime I've done this before, it's like a good 80 to 90% of folks know somebody, right? That's like a large portion of people know somebody who needs an alternative for some reason. People are turning to plant-based alternatives for all sorts of reasons. Our friend Greta here, you probably know her, she's vegan for environmental and climate reasons. So she really brought that plant-based diet to life with the climate environmental reasons last year, as well as, if you can see, the Beyond Meat burger is popping up everywhere. They recently went public on the market and they are just taking off, really proving the mainstream nature of this whole movement. The Economist listed 2019 as the year of the vegan also. The North American plant-based food market, it's grown over 30% in the past 2 years, and it's expected to reach $24.3 billion by 2026. That's the market I want a bite of. So here's our little bite of the market. Our Canadian market growth as an opportunity for this year and next, we are looking at national listings in mainstream grocers like Zubas. We're also planning to expand our food service for restaurants, home meal delivery, lots of opportunities you can see there, universities, corporate cafeterias, maybe you, EY, once your office is open up after COVID, hotels and convention centers. And we just finished the Trade Accelerator program last year, and we're implementing phase 1 of our export plan. Very exciting. Some of the challenges we're working to overcome right now. A small team, a lack of growth and export knowledge. We definitely need to diversify our connections to scale. Financial resources. This is a really expensive industry to grow in. So to accomplish these growth targets, we've brought on a new team member, some strategic consultants. We're trying to grow and leverage our network, and we're also accessing grants and loans. Winning the support of EY and the CGLCC would help propel our success even further by providing access to networks, resources, and credibility as we navigate our growth. I would also just love to be an ambassador for the CGLCC and EY. All of our values of inclusion and diversity, they all align, and we share enthusiasm for growth and its potential to create expansive, positive change. I love connecting with people, building community. I believe that love and positivity are universal languages, and I would love to represent EY and the CGLCC. I think it'd be such a beautiful way to elevate and enrich all of our communities. So, in conclusion, I'm very curious to see these poll results at some point, but I'm sure a lot of you do know somebody with dietary restrictions. We've maybe seen these friends and family struggle with mainstream food offerings. NONA Vegan, supported by the CGLCC and EY, can help people like this all across North America to indulge in delicious alternatives of the comfort foods they've been missing. My home-cooked Canadian company has the saucy love that the market is hungry for. Now is the time to serve it up together. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks to CGLCC, you're doing a fantastic job. Hi, my name is Christiane. I founded Boutique Troisième Âge in 1999. We make adaptive clothing, and when I talk about adaptive clothing, people think that we make only nightgowns. No, it's only 10% of our production. We make dresses, tops for women, tops for men, pants, and on and on. We specifically designed them to meet the needs of the incontinent or wheelchair-dependent person. And our unique point of sale is comfort, dignity, security. We facilitate the lives of elderly care, special needs, and people with disability such as Alzheimer, arthritis, as well as caregivers. In short, 4 out of 5 people know somebody either in a nursing home or disabled or with memory loss. We've been doing this business for the past 20 years, and we are a leader in our industry. All the tops and the dresses looks like regular clothes. When I talked earlier about dignity, that's the look we want. But in the back is open, and there is 2 snaps on each shoulder, so the caregivers open both snaps, and if the person cannot raise their arms, it is very easy to slip them that way. Same concept for men also. All our collections are made by a social enterprise dedicated to the creation of stable and rewarding jobs for people with mental health problems. When you buy one of our products, we actively participate in the socio-economic insertion of people who are distant from the labor market. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I got this idea when I was in Provincetown, P-Town if you want, during the AIDS crisis. But in those days, not all was dark. That's where I met the woman of my life, and we are still together today. She was a nurse, and in that time of struggle, we happened to struggle a lot. Just trying to give a sponge bath to a guy that had a fever, too weak to sit up, and the worst, trying to put a t-shirt on while you hold his head, his arm. It was impossible. Compared to the COVID-19, it was and is different in all kinds of ways. But let me quote you this from a journalist at The Atlantic. There is a group that lived through a transformational epidemic in recent memory, and it's gay men. And one lesson is likely to apply. Plagues drive change. I repeat, plagues drive change. In those days, gay men mobilized to build organization, networks, and know-how that change our place in society and have enduring legacy today. And I'm sure we'll be seeing them for years. As COVID hammers economy, spread fears, and upends our life, I have a lot of hope for our ability to rise from this. Our community is strong, and we will stand tall, and we will set an example. Among us, we have creators, we have doers, helpers, and humanitarians. And now that with the COVID, we are realizing in many painful ways that the weakest link in our society is nursing home. And that nursing home can stop the whole planet, just like that. Elderly care hopefully will change forever, because now it's our grandparents, our mom and dads, but sooner than you think, it would be us. With this pandemic, we have to showcase our creativity. On a dime, we turn around our production, and we are now making reusable, washable cloth masks. And for our workers, they found a new purpose. Yes, it's hard. And yes, I have less staff. It's like when I started 20 years ago. But I am lucky, I can survive and I won't give up. The days goes by so fast, I work more than ever, and I'm sure a lot of home working people can just say the same. Thanks CGLCC for the support, and I'm also grateful for EY. Thanks for your help, merci pour votre aide. And one more thing, protect yourself, stay safe, stay well, and wear a mask.
Good afternoon. My name is Ted Flett, and I'm the owner and operator and principal lawyer of Zubas & Associates Employment Lawyers. I myself am an employment lawyer specializing in employment law and human rights violations, and I'm keen to represent you in your future workplace matter. Firstly, I want to thank the Chamber and EY for this opportunity, and I also want to congratulate my fellow pitching finalists, Christiane, Kailey, and Sylvain. In the next 10 minutes, I plan to tell you about who I am and why I chose to be a lawyer, who is Zubas & Associates, and the core services and benefits that we provide to clients. My delight for advocacy started at a young age. As the youngest of 3 children, I am admittedly that younger, bratty brother who is always elbowing in for attention against my 2 older sisters for the attention of my parents. And ultimately, I chose to practice law in part because of the years I spent silenced in the closet. I am keen today to be a warrior for those without a voice, to help promote equality and safety in the workplace, and to advise employers about their obligations. That continues to be my goal to this very day. After starting my legal career in the financial district here in Toronto, I decided to step off Bay Street. And my reasons for doing so were both personal and common. Ultimately, I felt underrated and undervalued by the other lawyers at the firm. And more importantly, I felt I wasn't given the authority to build the sort of career I wanted and to do the work that I felt needed to be done most, which has helped to advance and realize employee rights and inform employers of their obligations to avoid human rights and employment law violations. So it was time to strike out on my own, to be my own boss, and to stop giving away power without getting power in return. And I say that because fundamentally the law is about power. It's about who has power, how they can use power, and how those without that same power are still protected in our society. I realized that if I wanted to drive social change on behalf of clients for a more respectful and just workplace, I was probably going to need to push or change the law. And if I wanted to help to change the law and enforce current rights and obligations, I was going to need the independent power to do that. I must admit, it's still a oddly disorienting time to be a gay cis male in this world, in the courtroom, and in the legal profession. On the one hand, LGBTQ plus acceptance has become wildly fashionable. Public figures are enthusiastically embracing the rainbow. There's hardly a brand or a corporation that isn't present in local gay pride parades. And every other day, someone new seems to have smashed the rainbow ceiling or claiming to do so. And yet evidence of homophobia, transphobia, and other forms of discrimination continue to present themselves all around us. Judges across Canada, who are largely white men, continue to address parties before the court based on the gender binary. And the justice system disproportionately favors the wealthy versus those without. And let's not forget, with politics aside, that there is a self-professed sexual predator in the White House who is viewed as an impediment to equality. So to broaden my influence and to affect the desire of change that I wanted on behalf of my clients, I acquired Zubas and Associates, which is an employment law firm just steps away from City Hall and the courts. And I have been busy leveraging the legacy, reputation, and goodwill that founder and activist Loretta Zubas, who continues to be counsel for the firm today, first started cultivating in 1993. And now that you know a little bit about me, let me tell you more about the firm. Our team, Zubas and Associates, advises clients on their workplace matters, crafts a strategy that is sound and cost-effective, and I will elaborate on cost-effective in a moment, and we advocate towards a speedy resolution. Because our client's workplace, whether it's the office of the president or the shop floor, is vital to the dignity and livelihood of our clients. And it's a sentiment that was underscored by the court, the Supreme Court of Canada, Canada's highest court, in 1987, at which time the court stated that work is one of the most fundamental aspects in a person's life, providing the individual with a means of financial support and, as importantly, a contributory role in society. A person's employment is an essential component of his or her sense of identity, self-worth, and emotional well-being. So whether my client is an employee who has been wrongfully dismissed, or an employer that's looking to improve their workplace policies and procedures, or perhaps to engage in a third-party investigation as required under a statute, we are at the ready to apply our 50+ years of experience in the courtroom and at the negotiating table to resolve the matter and to help. From hiring to firing, we know the full arc of the employment relationship. And no matter how complicated the issue or how high the stakes, we strive to uncomplicate the law in this ever-changing and specialized area. We are especially seeing that now as workplaces and employment contracts are tested like never before in the wake of COVID-19. And we also empathize that our clients are often providing us with instructions at a period and a time in their life that is most trying and difficult. Next, I want to elaborate on how we deliver cost-effective services while providing greater access to justice regardless of a client's socioeconomic status. Legal fees are the main reason why people avoid seeing a lawyer. At best, we are seen as expensive, and at worst, we are viewed as crooks. For employment matters, most individuals will start out with a general online search. They might eventually reach out to the labor board, but only as a last resort will they contact a lawyer, and this is a problem. Because despite the information that's available to folks, simple awareness will not fix the problem. And so to ensure the members of the public receive experienced legal representation, we at Zubas and Associates offer a range of fee plans, from hourly rates to contingency to fixed plan. And we're always happy to have a frank and open discussion about our fees with clients. And on that, I also want to spotlight the diverse cross-section of professionals that we have here at the firm. We are staffed with a range of multi-general professionals representing a range of identities and sexual orientations, from a first-year paralegal to a veteran-long lawyer in Loretta Zubas herself. And clients are served by the appropriately experienced professional. So for example, a minimum wage earning client can still retain us and have the representation of our paralegal in a small claims court matter. And medium-sized employers who present often more complicated issues can still be engaged by a more seasoned lawyer. So we can make many client budgets feasible against our competitors. And lastly, we are able to offer pencil-sharp fee arrangements thanks to a low overhead because of our very sort of plain, comfortable, simple accommodations here. There's no brass or glasses you can see around me. And we also embrace technology, reducing our costs and our paper and our footprint to pass on greater savings to our client. In summary, Zubas and Associates Employment Lawyers provides a service to individuals and employers that is compassionate advocacy, client-centered, and cost-effective. In closing, as a lawyer, I have to confess that there are days when my anger and frustration over the number of employment law breaches and human rights violations that I tend to lose sight of the big picture. However, I remind myself and I remind you that incremental change happens incrementally. The wheels of justice move slowly, and it's often only seen in hindsight. But change is often and most often made by those who refuse to silently accept the status quo, but rather dedicate themselves to altering systems of power. I will be your advocate in that mission. If the Black Lives Matter or Me Too movement or COVID workplace responses have shown us anything, it's that issues of workplace equality and discrimination are far from solved, and our work is far from done. My team will continue to do our part as your lawyers, contributing to the evolution of the law. We will empower those who are most vulnerable, and we will work towards redistributing power to achieve respectful and productive places of employment in our pursuit of equality. I look forward to working with you and for you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Sylvain Brisson, and I'm the co-founder of Quasar, an outdoor lighting company. Quick question. How many of us do you think that are planning on a outdoor weekend in our backyard or maybe at some family's house? Or even better, how many people do you think in 2020 are actually planning their whole summer into having some outdoor time, but at home? Well, we already know the answer. It's pretty much everyone, isn't it? In the outdoor living industry, there's a growing demand. So now people are actually creating full living areas. So that becomes actual extensions for their own houses. So you have a second dining room or a third living room or a second, depending. People just want more and more, even before COVID and even now that COVID is here. People want to have comfortable and good time with family and friends. When we look at it, people that are ready to invest actually are looking around and trying to find what's best. And right now, during COVID, just in the province of Québec, we see an increase of 30% in sales in everything that surrounds the outdoor living industry. Even hardware stores are completely sold out of any furniture that people today are actually willing to invest more in their outdoor than into the indoor. So it's fun to have your outdoor space, of course. So everyone has this amazing picture of what it looks like when you're going to be done with it. Of course, magazines, social media show you exactly what it's supposed to be, and it's going to be amazing. From dusk till dawn, from dawn till dusk, sorry, you'll be able to do everything. Have friends, have a drink on your terrace, and be comfortable. But arrives a point where people actually see the reality once that it's done. And the reality is very different of what is actual, what the pictures actually show you. And what can you do at that point? Invest a little more in lighting, try to put some more? Well, the solution is pretty easy now. And the solution is Quasar. Our company makes outdoor lamps for your outdoor living areas. Living rooms, terrace, balconies, in the dining room section, or even in the kitchen section. Now you have a full counter, fully equipped. And it actually brings the difference that we are all looking for in our outdoor living area. This way, we can go from this to this. From a pitch dark place where you're maybe sitting beside someone and talking, telling your whole secrets to your best friend, and realizing seconds later it's your mother, who knows? And to this nice, well-lighted place where it's not a spotlight that's straight on your face or that's lighting the neighbor's bedroom. Or maybe this. Well, after dinner, you're maybe going to take some more time at the table and with a simple drink can continue your night with friends and family and go forward with that. So Quasar has its 2020 collection. We have two lamps, the Astria and the Angelia. Both lamps are made of complete stainless steel and are completely certified for outdoor living. Sorry. The Astria is a tall, straight lamp, perfect for relaxing areas like living rooms or boudoirs, and comes with the dark black marble base that comes with the anchoring system. That way, we want to be sure that our customers don't arrive with a lamp that's been tipped over by wind or whatsoever. This lamp is also being in demand by commercial areas like terrace, restaurants, and so on. Right now they're closed, but we're realistic. The orders are still here, so we're happy. Afterwards, there's the Angelia. This is our big seller, of course. The Angelia is a tall lamp that goes up to 7 feet tall for people to be able to walk under it and still have the light over a table or over a couch area. And of course, made of complete stainless steel, just to be sure that there's no rust and that it's very strong. So wind or anything that Mother Nature may throw at it, it will survive. In our price range, the Astria is actually at $950, and the Angelia is at less than $1,400 for our lamps. Quasar is a way to bring the light out. And right now, we're actually already working on our 2021 collection. That's going to be a little bit bigger, and also with the accessories that are going to come with it. Also, we're already looking into a possible low price range collection that will bring us the possibility to bring the lamps to hardware stores where, of course, most of the population go and buy all their furniture and their equipment for their outdoor living. Outdoor living that today is more than important, especially here in Canada. After winter, we need our terrace. So thank you very much, and hope to see you soon.
Well, that was amazing. I think I was given more insight to these businesses with their pitches than we were when they were initially pitching for us. So first off, a big thank you, merci beaucoup, to all who pitched in this year's competition. You know, it doesn't come together easily. We did have a lot of support and help with the CGLCC and those dedicated team members within the CGLCC who really, helped to make it happen. We had a number of different pivots ourselves this year with having virtual pitches. We held our first pitch in the Québec region, which was awesome. And it takes a whole team. So this is something that we will continue next year, and I really hope that we have more participants coming through and signing up to be participants, and we can't wait to see you pitch. The couple of things that I want to make sure that we remember is that tomorrow you can tune in for the pitch competition announcement and also for the awards. So please make sure that you do that. Also, I had a reminder that the roundtables are going to start at 3 p.m. Eastern. So there's a little bit of time before that. So go get a tea or whatever beverage is your favorite for the afternoon and join a table. Make sure that that you partake in this. This is a really important part of making sure that you're connecting with corporate members. So please remember to do that. And I think that's about it. I just want to reiterate again, we do really enjoy having these pitch participants and the amazing pitches and energy and motivation that these entrepreneurs have. So thank you. It just would not happen without your participation. So thank you very, very much. And we will see you all soon. Consuelo, did you have anything else to say?
Have a great day.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.